What's up everyone and welcome. In this episode we're going to talk about a macOS malware called DazzleSpy. DazzleSpy is a full-featured backdoor that provides attackers a large set of functionalities to control and exfiltrate files from a compromised computer. Let's see what else we can learn to protect ourselves and others from this story.
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
A new family of cyber-espionage malware targeting macOS and delivered via Safari exploit was used against politically active pro-democracy residents of Hong Kong in August WateringHole Attacks, initially discovered by Google Tag. The WateringHole Attacks, which Tag reported to Apple that same month, were serving an in-the-wild malware that exploited what was then a zero-day flaw to install a backdoor on the iOS and macOS devices of users who visited Hong Kong-based media and pro-democracy sites. As Tag reported in November, a zero-day XNU privilege escalation vulnerability with CVE 2021-30869 that was then unpatched in macOS Catalina led to the installation of a previously unreported backdoor on victims' macOS and iOS systems. In a report published by ESET researchers who'd been investigating the campaign prior to Tag's November post, they revealed new details about the backdoor, the campaign's targets, the malware employed, namely a WebKit exploit used to compromise Mac users, and how victims fell into the trap to begin with. The novel piece of the puzzle that ESET described in their post is DazzleSpy, a new full-featured backdoor put out by unknown but technically Android operators. They said the list of commands it accepts is long. The malware can search for specific files to exfiltrate. It can enumerate files in the desktop, downloads, and documents folders. It can execute shell commands, enumerating running processes, steal, rename, or move files, log mouse events, observe, start, or end remote sessions, and perform the tasks needed to exploit the CVE 2019-8526 vulnerability. Researchers also found it notable that DazzleSpy enforces end-to-end encryption and that the backdoor abstains from communicating with its command and control server if anyone tries to eavesdrop by inserting a TLS inspection proxy between the compromised system and the command and control server. Given the complexity of the campaign's exploits, ESET says that the operators have strong technical capabilities. The attackers haven't left a lot of tracks. ESET researchers said they haven't yet been able to find prior analysis about a local privilege escalation vulnerability used by the exploit, for example, or anything about the specific WebKit vulnerability used to gain code execution in Safari. So this is some pretty advanced stuff. ESET did note that the campaign, with its targeting of politically active pro-democracy Hong Kong individuals, resembles one from 2020 where LightSpy iOS malware, described by Trend-Michael and Kaspersky, was distributed in the same way. In other words, by using iframe injection on websites for Hong Kong citizens, leading to a WebKit exploit. The malware used in the 2020 WateringHole attacks, the work of a then new advanced persistent threat app called To Sale Junk, was similarly designed for use in a mass targeted attack aimed at deep surveillance and for taking total control of iOS devices. ESET did find a few clues about DazzleSpy's operators. They noted that the malware contains a number of internal messages in Chinese, for one. As well, once the malware obtains the current date and time of a compromised computer, it converts the obtained time to the Asia-Shanghai time zone, aka China Standard Time, before sending it to the command and control server. The operators also aren't all that concerned about operational security, apparently. They have left the username Wang Ping in paths embedded in the binary, ESET noted, including in paths that reveal its username and internal module names. So, what can we learn? Well, specific to this particular attack, I would say given the complexity of the exploits used in this campaign, we could say that the group behind this operation has strong technical capabilities. While there is information published online about, say, local privilege escalation vulnerabilities used here, there is little info about the specific WebKit vulnerability used to gain code execution in Safari. It's also interesting that end-to-end encryption is enforced in DazzleSpy, and it won't communicate with its command and control server if anyone tries to eavesdrop on the unencrypted transmission by inserting a TLS inspection proxy between the compromised system and the command and control server. More broadly, I would say the increase in Linux and, in this case, macOS attacks in the news shows that there's really no place to hide. It's not safe anywhere, so you can't wait out the barrage of attacks that we constantly read about. We all need to do our part to ensure our online activity is as safe as possible. This includes checking that we're not visiting nefarious websites, ensuring that we have adequate antivirus software installed, disabling JavaScript where possible, disabling automated downloads, not clicking on any old PDF, Excel, Word document we get in our email, or continuing to practice any of the hundreds of other bad habits we have drilled into our brains over the past decade. With that, I say thanks again for watching, don't forget to share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and smash the bell if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next episode. Take care.